Hello, Erica. Of course I remember you. You're the young lady from Los Angeles. Okay, so I'm going to do the G power for you, making this quick video. So as I recall, this is a just a basic correlation, 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 multiple regression. So it looks like most of your stuff is going to be either a correlation or also known as a simple regression or multiple regression. So let's open up our G power. Bam. We're going to go to type of test. We're going to do well, without going into a lot of detail, regular correlations between two variables, which is what you're doing on most of them, is simply called a correlation. And we're going to use the suggested effect size of 0.3. The cutoff alpha is always 0.05. We're going to change the power down to 80% because that's what this school uses. Don't ask me why. We're going to hit the calculate button. Ba-bam. So it looks like for your correlations, your bivariate, what did you call them? Bivariate regression analysis, it looks like you're going to need 64 people total. Okay. So it's 64 people in each of your variables. Okay, so just 64 people, minimum sample size. So now let's go to your multiple regression. That's going to be under the F tests, believe it or not, because the multiple regression uses an F test for many, many reasons. But let's just go down to multiple regression. Yours is going to be the omnibus, which is just an overall multiple regression. Same thing. We're going to go ahead and accept their suggested effect size, cutoff alpha, and the power, again, we're going to change that down to 0.8. And the number of predictors, let me see how many we're talking about that. That's your IVs. So Mexican men with insecure, fearful, avoidant attachment style will be higher in self-criticism than Mexican American women. Wait a minute. Mexican American men. So men and women are the groups. Insecure, fearful, avoidant attachment style will be higher in self-criticism than Mexican American women. That doesn't sound like a multiple regression to me. But let's get back to that. Okay, so it looks like you got insecure, fearful, avoidant attachment. So that's 1, 2. So it looks like you got 2 IVs, which is the 2 number of predictors. So let's calculate that. And again, your sample size, a minimum is 68 for this multiple regression test with 2 IVs and 1 DV. But now I'm going to go back to your last question. So Mexican American men with insecure, fearful, avoidant attachment styles will be higher in self-criticism than Mexican American women. These women, will they also be fearful, avoidant attachment styles? Because if they were, this would simply be a t-test. But, let me see what a t-test looks like real quick. Don't hurt, don't cost nothing. So we would go back to t-tests. And we're just looking at the mean differences between 2 groups, right? Independents, men and women. And effect size, this is all preset. Again, we're going to change the power down to 8.8. Keep your fingers crossed. Click calculate. So if you're running a t-test, you would need a total of 102. So that means 51 men, 51 women, minimum. Okay, so depending on what you do, these are your sample size numbers. So if that doesn't work, if this doesn't work for you, just go ahead and email me again, and maybe I can be more specific. But good luck. Talk to you soon. Out.